Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new edition of Over the Line. It's almost Christmas, and our present this year is David Lynham.
Oh, God, sorry. It's almost worse than Cole. Yeah.
David Lynham with scoliosis, by the way.
Look, I'm going to shrink, and I'm going to stand up. It's going to hit me during spots, so you'll see me go from here slowly down to here to the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
So are you known to have bad posture?
No, it's just y'all's asses make me feel like it when I come in there. They're like, oh, Lord, he's out of frame. Oh, never mind. He was just stretching. He was sitting like a normal human being.
Now, I think if we had a podcast set up where it was like couches and everybody was just kind of chilling, it probably wouldn't. Like with the X5, you guys had stationary chairs where you couldn't really move. We're a little more free. We got the office chairs, right, and so people can kind of, get out of frame.
I predict one day we move to a couch.
We've talked about it.
Yeah. Have you?
We talked about it a while back. Actually, right after this one opened, we thought about doing a secondary, just kind of more relaxed.
What y'all have decided on is that in order to move to a couch, you're going to have to bring a couch upstairs, and this studio is upstairs, so you got 86 real quick.
Yeah, I did.
We'll kick that can down the street for quite a while.
Plus, we'll be doing a show, and John Bird will be laying on his back on the couch.
Yeah, I don't know why I catch so much shit about having bad posture. Bird he'll be upside down in his chair with his legs slung over the side, showing me his ball bag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he will. So what's new, man? How's I don't know. What's the tism rate in comedy these days?
I mean, I'll tell you this. I've got a show happening December 26th right here in Birmingham with Roy Wood Jr.
Oh, that did come through?
I did get it going through.
Wow.
Funny name. There's a lot of people on it. There's too many, quite honestly. Pinkbeard is the musical guest on it.
I'm familiar with him.
The show, just thanks to the internet and the way social media works, it's not sold out yet. I thought the second I put it on sale, I'd be like, well, I guess by lunch I'll go check it and they'll be sold out. Nope. We are still below 100 tickets on this show.
Wow.
It is driving me crazy.
That's not good.
We're only selling 171 tickets. Get on workplay.com and buy the tickets. Jesus Christ.
I'm glad to hear that because I remember one of the last times you came in, you had that special or that show booked and then got the news that it was called off because they didn't like the venue or whatever.
This has been switched twice to two different venues.
That's a big show.
It should be because Roy Wood Jr. never does Birmingham, and he could sell at the Alabama Theater if he wanted to. But, buddy, I just want it to be here and get done because I've stressed about it. And heaven forbid y'all don't have to buy meta ads on Instagram, do you? You've never dealt with the tangled mess of Facebook and Instagram. Mm-mm. It is a utter nightmare. I have spent thousands of dollars on ads for people to see shows, and they just don't perform. They take your money and they don't show it to anybody. You can tell by the view count and the engagement that nobody's seeing it.
Yeah, we had talked about doing that before, as buying ads on social media, because we obviously don't need people to go buy tickets for anything. We just need them to consume our content.
Right.
But you're saying it's not worth it?
I mean,
it's not worth the money?
You have to be an absolute scientist to figure it out because so many people I know that use it all the time complaining about it. I've never met one person that's like, it works great. It's very easy to use. I'll tell you this, right out of the gate, there's a problem. And is this a Zuckerberg thing? Is he on Meta? Or is Meta?
It's Facebook, Meta. It's all the same, I think.
There is no phone number. In every other country that he exists in, they make him have a phone number. There is not a phone number in the U.S. If you have a problem with anything, if somebody put a picture of me, or I just posted a picture of me with a bunch of mics in front of my face, and I knew when I posted it what's coming, I don't even have to tell y'all.
Over the
y'all
library
are laughing
show.
right now. Yeah. Well, after about 3 minutes, somebody posted that and sent it to me directly. They didn't put it online, a buddy of mine. And so I put it online because somebody goes, you realize what's going to happen with this picture? I was like, oh, it already has. And I posted the picture. Today I got a warning from Facebook. It's animated ones too, by the way. Oh. They have faces and they're like,
so the cartoon wieners.
Yeah, they're cartoon wieners. They look like something off of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Wow.
And I got a warning from, and I'm so terrified. I use that for marketing. I have a lot of friends on Facebook and I have a lot of followers and stuff. I'm so terrified that I lose that because I've seen Casio go through it.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying to me if I lose that as a marketing tool that could really set me back a few years. So I was just like, yes, your master. I'm sorry. And I pulled it down and I was like,
we're the same way with this. Like, we have to be so careful that I think the rules have been, they're a lot more relaxed than they used to be from the time that I lost my original Facebook. Casio lost his. But still, they have the ability to yank it down anytime they want. And so you're at their mercy. And that's what sucks.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, the wording was friendlier. It's like you can, as long as you click OK, you understand why we did it, we will remove this warning from your account. Oh,
I've had where we've got a copyright strike on our YouTube channel, and they made me take a class in order to remove the strike. Like, I watched this video and answered these questions, and then they took the strike off after like 90 days.
They are probably back at corporate going, watch this pussy. Hop on one leg, you piece of shit.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
I know. You can't lose it because, you know what? And moments like today when the meta ad's not working, I'm like, what is it all worth it for? Why am I kowtowing to these big corporate entities that aren't even helping what I need it to do? They have a way of figuring out when you post something that plugs something, they bury it unless you spend money with them. And I set an $80 ad for a show we have this Saturday, and I turned it on 2 days ago. It's supposed to spend $20 a day up until the time of the show. It has spent $1.10 of the $80, and it. Like, what does it have? 6, 7 likes. This thing should be cooking. The plays on it, because it's a reel that's advertising the show. It should be. I finally, right before I came up here, I just shut it off. I was like, what's a waste of money? What are they going to do? Let it jump to 80 on the last day when people have already made plans for Saturday, and it's not going to move any tickets then?
We should, as a test, we should take one of our clips or one of our shows and buy ads or whatever, pay Facebook to promote it, and just see what kind of reaction we get compared to what you get.
Yeah.
Not that it's a pissing contest. I'm just saying it's just a test. The algorithm. Yeah.
You're right. You should test it by putting in the ad. This is just purely a test. If you saw this and it said sponsored on the bottom, we need you to put a comment somewhere, and that's what the ad should actually read.
Yeah, it should say, we think Facebook's ads are bullshit and they're taking people's money.
Right.
Comment if you see this.
Yeah, comment sponsored if you see it.
You mentioned Alabama Theater, by the way. I went there last night.
For a movie?
Yeah, my mom says I've been there before, but that's the first time I remember going.
Really?
It's really nice, but those seats, bro, those seats suck.
Did they?
They're too small.
Were you in the Poors seat?
I guess. But it was like...
he was in the 2-for-1 Groupon seats. He's like, there's a goddamn bitch up here. I'm sitting on it.
Listen, it was me and Trish, and we had 4 tickets. So we had a seat on each side of us that wasn't taken up. They weren't reserved. They were general admission, but my cousin and his wife, they were supposed to come. And so we didn't have anybody on either side. The place was packed. But I got down in that seat, and I'm like, I don't like this, man. It's just a little it's a little too close to my rib cage.
They put a purple usher jacket on and we're like, if you'll see people, we'll let you sit in here with the main room.
Yeah, I would like to know if the seats get better. I was up in the balcony, so I didn't know.
I've never heard that. I've been in there a bunch. I've never noticed them being. Have you been to the Lyric?
No.
I think they own the Lyric now too. It's right across the street.
Right across the street, yeah.
And it's I think they're bad.
It was just the armrests were like in my ribs, and I didn't have a problem like getting up and down out of the seat, but the armrests were just a little low.
For being a fatty boom batty?
Yes. I was like, they don't like. And you know what happened?
This chair hurts my feelings.
We went to.
You're not going to like flying, Andrew. I'll go tell you.
No, I don't like flying either. We went to see Home Alone, and we left within 7 minutes after the movie started.
Really?
Yes.
That's an expensive ticket.
Yeah.
I mean, just to get in the building, it was. Oh, he works in radio. Here we go. Here we go. Here comes the flex.
I have no idea what it cost. I got to imagine if it was a bunch of money, my wife would have never bought the tickets. But she wanted to do it just to experience it. So we went. Some guy came out and he played the organ, and then they showed a little Tom and Jerry cartoon. And then we got 7 minutes into the movie, and she looks at me. She goes, "You know, I've seen this movie before." I said, "Me too." She's like, "You want to go?" I was like, "Sure, let's go." So we just walked around the Alabama Theater for a little bit just to kind of look at the Christmas decorations or whatever.
My brother goes all out. Now, if I pulled up his Instagram right now, it's ridiculous. They all dress up like a character in the Christmas Story, And they even have a fake turkey on a tray, and they go in there and they do a photo shoot in front of everything in there. And I was wondering if you saw that while you were in there. Is my brother the weirdo, or is everybody down there dressed in some kind of character for whatever movie?
Yeah, I was told that people dress up for that, but I didn't see anybody dressed up for it unless I just didn't get some of the costumes. So people say if you do like Christmas Vacation, everybody's dressed up.
Let me show you my brother. It's absolute insanity. Now, if nobody's doing it and it's just my brother, that cracks me up so much because they got to be like, look at these weirdos.
Is he one of these over the top Christmas people?
I've never known him to be that way, but for some reason, this event they do it every year. They dress up. The whole family does it, and he's got a huge family. Now, of course, nothing's working in here because I've got full signal in this studio. Why in the world would it not work? Because I'm not connected to your Wi-Fi?
Just go ahead and connect to it. You'll be fine. You'll be all right.
But I don't know. Oh, yeah, here it is. Now.
And hi, everybody in the chat, by the way. Thanks for coming aboard.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Good to see ya. By the way, OTL show, as you know, Cash App, Venmo. Send some money for David Lynham. He needs your money.
I do have to go round up money from customers that owe me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and a little house cleaning. Rainey, haven't got your gift here yet, but it is at the shop. We are picking that up. And also, Bird is on a mini vacation right now.
I sent you my brother's page. Dude, I got a package in from the beef jerky, wild
hair jerky.
Yeah. And they loaded it down.
Did they? Did you get a bunch of stuff?
Started a huge fight with my wife and me. I mean, dude, when you've been together 25 years, anything at any moment can set the house on fire. And I was just like, I went to set them up neatly on a shelf that I saw a little space for them to all just uniformly sit up there. And the second I put one up there, she goes, you're not putting that there. And I was like, where am I supposed to put it? And she goes, in that drawer. I open the drawer. The drawer is full.
Yeah.
And so I just lay them on there and kind of cram it. And boy, that set the biggest fight you've ever seen. She goes, you know what you're doing when you do that. That is such bullshit. That's the kind of things that gets on your nerves with your spouse and you've been with them forever. She opened the drawer, pulled out the two things, put them up there, and then put that down in the drawer.
So
I'm supposed to know that. How am I supposed to know that?
So she thinks you're like kind of causing a scene and being dramatic because
she
you don't
thinks
want to.
Oh, you're just playing stupid. Sure, you can't be this stupid. But when it opened, I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever been told to do. But here you go.
Man, we moved my office we got this kind of, we used to call it the band room. We keep the kids' instruments and stuff in there.
Now it's called the band room.
Now it's the band room.
Your son's a drummer.
So we moved my office into there, and I've got these like kind of dresser shelves thing, and I just put like chips and liquor on it, and she don't have a problem with it. So, which I'm a fan of. I thought she may have a problem with it.
Oh yeah, my wife, when she walks through my podcast studio I built downstairs, it just the look of horror on her face.
Your brother's Instagram is private, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got to get permission to see it.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not worth it. Trust me. It's just him flexing about how much money he has. He's either in Europe or he's over here dressed as imbeciles from the Christmas Story.
What does he do for a living?
He's a financial advisor.
Oh man!
Should I show it? I mean, I don't know. Should I show it?
You can show us a picture of him in the Alps or whatever he's doing.
In Switzerland, I guarantee you that's where he's
Just for the mystery of it all. There you go.
He's at Davos with all the important people in the world.
Oh, where's my camera?
Oh
yeah. Here, I'll show it over here.
Go ahead.
That's them in the main place of the.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's him in his,
yeah, but nobody's dressed up like that. I was hoping like you were going to tell me everybody is, and
no, I didn't see a lot of that. And I don't know. Again, maybe they were dressed up as Home Alone. I don't think there's any real Home Alone characters unless you dress up as the two burglar guys or something, right?
Who's that bird lady?
Yeah, the one that looks like Piers Morgan.
Oh
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Mama, okay, let me tell you, this is funny because I want to send this picture to you. So now you determine. Now, just so you know, this picture I'm going to send you, obviously it's fake, but I don't know if everybody will know this. But my mom had an ugly sweater Christmas party to go to tonight.
If you're texting it, just text it to me and I'll email it over.
Okay. Now this picture, now it's fake. It's hilarious. We found it for my mom because they were having a contest. She does bingo, my mother. Bingo slut, my mom. Big time bingo slut. And she's at all the bingo around town. Well, they have an ugly sweater Christmas party tonight. And we found this one that you're about to send to her. And like there's a contest. I think you can win money by winning this ugly sweater contest, but this is a hilarious picture. When you send it to Tony, we got to pull it up.
Come on, dude. No.
It's not real, so it's all prosthetic. It's prosthetic.
I can't wait to see it.
I'm sending it.
But we had to decorate it. I mean, she came over to my house last night, and my wife is decorating her boob. For this.
Wait, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
I don't want to ruin it because it's such a good one.
Hold on. Wow. And whose idea was this?
We found it online. She had some other sweater that was kind of, kind of funny, but nothing that
My
matched.
wife's going to look at my photo album on my phone and be like, what the fuck?
Just keep her away from my search over here. This computer's.
Well, here's what's funny about all this, because I don't even want to get into this till you show it on the screen. But when you. Excuse me, everybody. Sorry. I had lunch today. But she went to this thing thinking, she's going to be throwing her dick on the table, essentially, proverbially. But she gets there, and she just texted me and said that nobody at bingo has dressed up for this contest.
She was the only one.
She's the only one. Now, it doesn't sound funny to you till you see this picture and realize what my mom's sitting in front of a room full of grown adults. Have you seen it yet?
I'm sending it. Oh, okay. I was resending it.
This is so stupid. But now she's in front of a room full of adults, and she's just, hopefully she wins, but.
So she's wearing this right now.
Yes, she's at the filling station over in.
Oh, my God.
Just don't go to Circle K out there and wherever.
With the skin tone and everything, it looks like that's.
There is a nipple on it and everything, and it comes.
Your mother. This is your mother.
No, it comes on a clear bra. She thought it's one of those things where you're like, I'm gonna kill their ass tomorrow night. I'm gonna kill their ass. They ain't ready for what's coming their way. And then my mom shows up and nobody else is doing it. That is the funniest thing ever. I hope at some point before we get off the air, I'm gonna call her and be like, hey, how'd your plan go tonight? Because she didn't text me all this. She's texting my wife.
Your poor mom. I feel like she gets put through the ringer sometimes.
Can you imagine her showing up at the Stardome with that and falling out of the chair with that look going on?
that Rudolph nose falls off.
It's like a real feeling boob too. It feels weird to touch.
Really?
It. While my mom has it on her chest, I'm like, ugh. I have that feeling when I walk through. You remember as a kid, you'd walk through the lingerie shop, like Fredericks of Hollywood or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And you would be like, you get this weird feeling and have to get out of there. Like you touch. My brother, he'd like touch a bra and would giggle and run out.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna be like, quit touching our bra.
Because you would think, like, at some point, there's going to be a tit in there.
Yeah.
So you felt like you had some connection to maybe a potential tit.
Yeah, I don't know about
in the
you
future.
guys. Those aisles and stuff, I just don't even look. I just look at the floor. And
In the lingerie shop?
Yeah, man. Like, oh, God.
I like to hold them up to them and be like, what do y'all think? It's 2025. Don't judge me. You just tell me what you think. Yay or nay?
I got to say that I was thinking about you today. I spent 3 or 4 hours doing yard work, landscaping, if you will, because about a month ago I had a tremendous amount of leaves in my front yard, and I went and I raked them up in piles, thinking that I was going to bag them, and then my mother-in-law uses them for a garden or whatever, so she's coming to pick them up. We do about 15 bags, and it ain't even put a dent in the piles of leaves that I've got together. And so Trish buys this. It's like a reverse leaf blower. It like sucks them in and like mulches them in a thing. And I did about 2 batches of that. And again, I'm not putting a dent in it. And I had to get it done today because weather's gonna suck tomorrow. And I finally just said F it and got the lawnmower out and just ran them all over. Now it just looks like I never did anything in the first place. Because there's mulch, like shredded leaves all over my yard.
Now, did you have the leaves in piles in different spots?
Yeah,
yard?
There's about 25 piles of leaves in my front yard. And I know my neighbors were like, what a jackass. Is he not going to get this clean? Because it was like a month ago. And they're like...
And it was windy the past few days, too. It probably blew the bitches everywhere.
Oh, yeah, they were. The piles were a lot smaller than they were when I first put them together. But
you can do that if you have a mulching blade on your mower. I've got mowers that have mulching. But it's still, even when you do a good job, at the end of the day, it will look like there's just a brown haze over it, tin over it. Now, you can blow that out. We have my guys blow it out. But.
I should have just got you to come over there in the first place. But, you know, I'm like, I don't want to bug him.
That's all we're doing right now is...
Plus, I know you got the whites working for you, which probably makes you more expensive.
I've got one white. I mean, all whites. Not whites, American citizens.
Everything's all white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
What's been going on with y'all?
Anything new? I'm off work today, tomorrow, and Friday. And then next week, we only got to work 2 days. And then the week after that, we only got to work 3 days. So I'm having to put I've got like 15 vacation days left, but I'm putting them in the hopper for BART, the Bubba Army Party, which is only like
a month.
Yeah, a month away. I'm going to be down there with Bubba.
If you think, how many people you think you would have to call on your phone right now if you didn't give them a heads up and said, hey, I need somebody to go Christmas caroling with me tonight?
Oh, dude.
How many people into your phone do you think it would take?
0. Well, one, my wife. She would absolutely do it because she did it to me one time. I was on the radio and she said, by the way,
but I mean, it would be...
she said, we're going Christmas caroling tonight. And so I pitched a temper tantrum on the radio. And then she texted me, or when I got home, she was like, "Oh, I was just kidding. It was a joke." So we never went.
Oh, damn,
she was just messing with me.
Play it back on her because
yeah, I can't do it on her.
But I'm just wondering how many people it would take if I called them right now and was like, "I got it."
What about your mom? To ask her
to get her to believe bingo, she would tell me to get.
Well, no, after bingo, but tell her she has to keep that outfit on.
Tell her it's content for my website.
Yes. Jamie had $10 on the super chat. What up, guys? Merry Christmas, Lenham.
Merry
Jamie.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Man, these C batteries in this bad boy are hanging on for dear life because I
they
keep
last
forgetting.
a while.
Yeah, well, they're dead. I took them out and I just put them in reverse, like I swapped.
Put them in the
placement.
freezer. That's a redneck white trash move.
That's actually probably
I got
what we
another
need to
month out of them. I put them in the freezer last night.
I almost, as gay as it sounds, I almost brought sausage to this podcast because I had some in my.
There's enough in here right now to fuck.
1 and 3. 1 and 3.
I had. I've got these. They're stuffed with white cheddar, and I need to cook them. And I was like, man, I could bring them up here and we could just pop them in the microwave and have something to eat. But I was like, that'd be dirty if I did that with John Bird not here. Like if I'm gonna bring something soft to eat, it needs to be while John Bird's here.
Oh man, he will eat anything.
Hey, Lynham, you know a J-Dubs comedy by chance?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
J-Dubs.
They said Lynham still checks his temp anally.
No. Hey, is he in our chat right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that piece
He's on
of
YouTube.
garbage. Get off of it. He's supposed to be running trivia or karaoke right
I think
now.
that was what I had last time he was in the chat. He was supposed to be running something for
As long
you.
as he's not running the bingo parlor.
Whoever's
right
paying
now.
for his attention ain't getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you've seen J-Dubs before, Tony. He's always at the shows. I guess the couple that you went to, I think he was there.
The name rings a bell. I'd have to see the
He looks
face.
like a backyard wrestler. He looks like somebody that
He does. He's got that Tito's headband going.
I call him Cold Stone Cream Austin. That's my nickname for him.
If it's who I'm thinking of, that guy's really funny. Yes, I remember.
Yeah. All the guys you're with are pretty funny.
I still like that one midget that one time. That guy was hilarious.
Oh,
What was his name?
Yeah, man, he's doing a whole run. I saw his name is LP.
Yeah.
Lamar Pullum.
Yep.
By the way, Tony, if you'll go fourth down, I think it's fourth tab down. Yeah. So AI, everybody's making just everything with AI, and I came across this where they had made AI babies doing stand-up. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, J-Dubs is doing that. He's got one on his page.
These are actually pretty funny. What's this right here?
Abe? Who made
Number
this
5.
My baby sure is a fucking witch, I swear to God. The other day she cast a spell called Peekaboo, and I'm telling you, that bitch disappeared right in front of my eyes.
Number 4.
I just turned 1 and I've already got a drinking problem. I really gotta lay off the boobs, man. Night after night I keep getting tit-faced.
Number 3.
Who the of baby bottles. Like, bro, this is the only period in my life where I'll get to drink out of a tip. Why are you trying to take that away from me?
Number 2.
My grandpa is a goddamn thief. I watched as he stole my nose right off my face. He even laughed about it and didn't give it back either. Give me back my fucking nose, old man.
Number 1.
My brother won't shut up about 6 and 7. He says they're the funniest numbers ever. I'm like, bro, you telling me they're funny in number 2? Because that one means poo. Ain't no way 6 and 7 are funnier than fucking poop, bro.
I wrote one of these
Did you?
for somebody.
Oh, those are funny.
And it's in a room just like this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen them.
I got him Tom Mabe. He was like, "Here's the baby," and he sent it to me, and I was like, "He's like, write me a joke," and I made some joke about it was I mean, it's hard not to go directly to breastfeeding because that's what I did mine. It's like I made some kind of joke like I can taste the Cavassier in my mom's boobs or something like that. I can't remember what I did, but it's on Tom Mabe's page.
That's funny. Attaway says, tell David I ran into Debo, his old roadie, and my old bounty hunting buddy. So Debo used to bounty hunt with Attaway?
Man,
Well, Attaway's been around. Let me tell you right now.
Dude, I tried to tell y'all while he was up here. I was like, I don't know if he's being forthright in all of his.
Hey, wait, imagine that live. You go from that episode of Geraldo to bounty hunting with a big black guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah. Yeah, he's like, he's back on TV. Got a little different vibe going on now.
He kept saying, but they were wearing cool boots.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted so badly for both of y'all to be in studio tonight, but he couldn't pull it off. He's coming Friday.
I know he ain't busy working. What the hell could he possibly be doing?
He's twitching tonight, being a
he's
police
probably
officer.
Streaming on Twitch, playing his video games.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Peyton did UAB Honor Band this past weekend. And
What is that? I don't even know.
it's like they select kids from high schools and bring them in. They have like 4 different bands. They bring in one of the band directors was from like Michigan State, and they other colleges, and they divide them up into 4 groups, and they have them perform like a whatever it is, like classical music or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like what do they call that? They call it concert band or whatever. And so he got invited to that, and he did several different things under the percussion umbrella. And
did he have to go learn these songs? Because he doesn't strike me as a guy that likes that classical.
No, he's not really. But most of those kids had 3 or 4 weeks to learn the music. He had 2 days to learn the music. So he had to jump on it quick. And, because I don't think they picked him originally because he just started playing drums in like March.
Right.
But he got selected as an alternate. So he got put in there last minute, and he killed it, man.
Yeah, he's actually getting good,
Yeah.
If you get put in as an alternate, all you got to do is make sure the number 1 guy in the seat gets sick.
Yeah.
And however that happens, it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We didn't have anything to do with his son getting the shot, guys. Just that's what we're here to tell you. We're proud of him performing, and he came in and knocked it out of the park.
He did a great job. Yeah, he's killing it, man. He's killing it. I need to get you 2 together and get you to show him some of your
some of the
drum
tricks. That's what's really important in drumming. And I tell people all the time, look, you can learn all the paradiddles you want. I can't even spell paradiddle, to be honest with you. So,
but you probably got drumming tips you could give him, though, right?
yeah, like how to flat iron your hair, how to put on eyeliner, and how to avoid dudes talking to you after the show when you see a girl. It's like, of course, that's why I got into music. Because dude, here's the deal. My gig tomorrow night, I've got to tell this story. I might as well just tell it on my podcast.
Where's your gig tomorrow?
I've got a gig in a public library in Huntsville tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
at 6 p.m.
Yeah, and I'm explaining, got to keep it PG and explain my career. And I'm trying to think of how to explain to kids that might be there, hey, listen, I got into music not because I loved the drums. They were fun, but I got into music for chicks. Does that make sense to anybody? Anybody here with me? That's not what their parents going to be like, that's not why we want our child learning the flute. And I was like, if your child's learning the flute, don't worry. There will be no chicks. You know what I'm saying?
Might be some dudes on that one.
So you're going to talk about music? Your
everything and how I end up on a stage in front of them talking, doing comedy.
And this is a very, like, Like, what kind of audience do you expect out of that?
I have absolutely no clue. That's what's so much fun about this stage of comedy is I could be walking into an absolute dumpster fire of a situation, and I'll bring my camera, and it could actually go down as one of the worst bombs in history. But people will be sympathetic to my plight because I'm in a library where the deck's stacked against me. I never work clean. And so I also have to be clean. Have I done 15 minutes of clean in my life? Never. But, tomorrow night may be more of a TED Talk, but I know I'm going to tell a Steven Adler story and a Slash story, and I'm going to talk about the differences between being on stage doing music and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to, I don't think there's much pressure to be just killing them with jokes.
Yeah.
I've got some bits about my employees being deported that are kind of funny.
Do you even know like the demographics of these people in their 70s or 40s?
It's called a family show. They could be 8 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. I don't know what I'm walking into.
What do you think the race breakdown's going to be?
I don't know. It's Huntsville. Probably a healthy mix of everything.
Yeah.
You have a scientist and you have a guy that eats rocks right next to each other. Like, you have an astronaut and a guy that has 3 meth charges laying on him. And he's there with his kids because it's free to get in, and the plates are only $5 plates of food.
Hadaway will find a way to be there and be directing the thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be a lot of fireworks tomorrow night because they've got $5 plates of food. It's donation based, meaning it's free to get in. And if you think it was fun, you can pull out your Venmo and send a comic money. And I'm not anticipating on getting any money, but if I bomb, chances are a lot of others are too. So it'll be fun. We can all have this to go together. But I'll record it, and if I bomb, y'all have my word. I'll put it. Actually, I'll let y'all put the set on y'all's YouTube channel. And me absolutely eating it. Because we could go back and watch it next time I'm on and be like, "Woo!" Y'all think you think it gets hot at Velma's when you're sucking? You try going up in a library in front of a family. And like,
we had about 12 people at Velma's, and I was feeling the heat.
Yeah,
for every one of them staring at me, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, this ain't going good."
Yeah.
Because I didn't even tell the story well,
Oh yeah. I came in. I stepped into a customer's house the other day to get paid, and they had you on the radio in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Did they pay?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure my people are paying.
Yeah.
You never know. Yeah, it's interesting with it when it comes to the show. Like you don't know. Like I've got some advertisers. I won't say what they do, so I don't call them out. But they'll say, we go to do a job, somebody calls us, say, hey, I heard about you on Andrew's show, and they'll go, and it'll be like sometimes, it could be anywhere. It'll be like deep off in the hood, some old black guy that's, needing X, Y, and Z done. And they're like, oh, yeah, I love Andrew. Everybody right here loves Andrew. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Because you don't know. You don't know who's listening.
Yeah, you're doing it to the ether as far as you know.
Mm-hmm.
You could be yelling into a woods with nobody.
And there's days where you feel like nobody's listening. Like if the text line is kind of slow or phone calls are slow, you're like, I can't wait for this show to get over.
Right.
Because nobody's listening. And that's never true. There's always thousands of people listening. But it's human nature. If you don't get a reaction from people throughout the entire show, you assume that people have just dropped off.
Right.
And I'm going to get less
nerve-wracking because you're by yourself in a little box and you don't see anybody and you're talking.
Yeah.
Well, in comedy, you learn over time that silence is great. Because, it's not great. It could be way worse. What's bad when you're on stage doing a bit and you can start hearing the room, you're losing the room. They start talking amongst each other. Oh my God, that's
not good,
man. It'll make your heart start pounding. You're like, I gotta get them.
Oh, that
I gotta finish this sentence and also think of something to go. Hey, guys, let's cut that shit out. I hear y'all tuning out. I'm still here. They're dancing and like, honk. Come on, guys, look at me.
There was one where it was one of the comedy break-in shows. I guess what was the contest one called?
The X5 New Face Showcase.
Yeah, and God, was it that one? I think it was the last one we went to where Trish and I were sitting down front, and one of those guys got up there and was not good, and people in in the crowd were just talking to each other, and I was like, I'm uncomfortable with this. I was like, I know this guy sucks, but y'all like quit talking.
Nothing makes things get uncomfortable than silence when people start chatting amongst each other. Oh my god,
You don't want that.
Well, there was
You
that
hear
one
those-
guy that the audience was like, shut the F up or whatever. You know?
Oh yeah, shouting match with the guy in the
Yeah.
upper balcony. Yeah. Well, that's also you know what that is? It's free tickets. When every time you paper a room, BOGO, any of that stuff, if people aren't paying to get in there, they have no equity tied up in the show.
Yeah.
And so they'll drink out it. They got more money to spend on drinks because they didn't pay to get in. So they will start yapping, and they don't care about ruining everybody else's time in there because they're low rent pieces of shit. They're just going to do it. You can count on it. In the Stardome, a lot of times during the week, the room's papered. By the way, maybe I'm the first one to announce it, but Bruce sold the Stardome a few days ago.
Really?
Yeah, to a club called Helium, who's going to keep the name. But yeah, sold the Stardome, and he's finally retiring.
Wow.
Everybody's kind of known that he's been looking to do it.
But he's owned that since
40 years, probably.
Dang. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Well, it's good they're keeping the name because
I don't
most
know,
people won't
maybe or
even
maybe
know.
not. I don't know if they're wanting to change the.
Where's Helium at? That sounds familiar. Is that
There's
a?
11 other ones.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, they're Buffalo. I've done 2 of them, St. Louis and Indy, but they're all over, East Coast, West Coast.
Well, I mean, with the reputation, the name recognition, I would think you'd want to keep it, but who knows?
I don't know what if they're going to call it Helium and then call the main room the Stardome and the B room the Broadway room still, or what they're going to do. But it's a done deal, and it starts January 1st, so it's like a couple
Wow.
weeks away.
So I wonder if they're going to do any maybe some remodeling stuff. Because
They need to lower that ceiling really bad.
Yeah.
It's really high, and that would help out a lot.
And also the backstage area, I feel like could use a little sprucing up.
Maybe.
Maybe that's just me, but
I've been through a lot of comedy clubs. It ain't bad. That
It
ain't
ain't
a
bad.
bad dressing room. I'll go ahead and tell you right now. Sometimes you're in a janitor closet with
Really?
mops and shit. Yeah, hell yeah. And they just sit you a chair down, and you're like, oh, I guess I'll collect my thoughts in this here janitor closet. But some of them are badass. Oklahoma City's got one called Bricktown, and it's got a huge table. Boy, this table would be a nightmare in this studio because this son of a bitch bird would be robbing it every time. They've got nothing but candy under a glass.
Oh, God.
It opens up like you've been to Subway and seen the
Yeah.
glass thing they open. They got one of those, and you open it, and it's just every kind of candy you could think of in there.
you should get whatever you want.
Yeah, just as much as you
Wow.
want, any kind you want. They got high noons in the fridge. What up?
Dang.
Man, I love a Bricktown or a. There's a place in Fort Wayne, Indiana. You can tell these clubs are owned by the same parent company because the logo, no matter
Yeah.
what city they're in, it's kind of the same.
We forgot to stock you some high noons, by the way. I was
okay.
going
I'm
to
not
do
drinking
that.
tonight anyway. I just
Just
it
curious,
is my drink.
with the people that made the facilities better for the comedians, did you notice the comedians performing better because of the?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's always bad to be in a high ceiling room because the laughs.
But with the locker rooms and stuff, when you get dressing rooms, does that help everybody? Like,
Oh
never
no,
seem to-
comics don't. I mean, of course they like a better green room, but it doesn't affect the performance.
Or maybe if
really.
it's totally terrible, it gives you something to talk about when you get on stage. But I highly
yeah.
doubt you want to do
Yeah,
that.
you never want to shit on the club.
This dressing room sucks, guys.
Yeah, we're in a situation where we were doing a show at Levity, the Hacking For show at Levity. We have one this Saturday at another bar that bought the date. And then after that, Levity wants to have all of them once a month for however long we do it. And we weren't allowed. And I know better than to do this, but some comics are dumb. They'll get up and plug another bar, a show that they've got at another bar while they're in that club.
Wow.
Which is something I never do just because it seems distasteful to me to plug another venue.
Yeah.
It's fine that you're doing one there, but don't get on our stage and say, y'all don't come here that night and drink, okay? Make
Right.
sure you go over there to the other place and drink and support us over supporting this venue.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
So-
Go ahead and do that. What happened with, you said I don't know if this is public knowledge, what Casio was doing? Is he, can we say that?
What is he doing?
No.
Possibly moving out there?
Where he was at last night. or 2
Oh,
nights ago.
yeah. He didn't get picked. So,
No.
Yeah.
He was at Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's
and here's
crazy.
how people say it's rigged. It's rigged. He hung out with Tony and Red Band a couple of days before. You'll hear comics say this sometimes that it's rigged, and the pot's not ever rigged. It's not rigged. And I went the fourth time I went, I got pulled out of it.
It's crazy.
And it takes some people a year and a half of every single week. That means
but how do you justify the trip down there to just
he was
take
booked
a
on
chance?
the show.
Okay, so if you've got a show down there already, you say, well, while I'm down here, I'll go take a shot at Kill Tony.
90% of comics in Birmingham. That's why we started Hacking Forth. Is 90% of comics here would love to go to Austin. They can't A, afford to do it. B, they're not booked on a show. And so what we do, I only can do it because I'm almost 50 and I've worked my whole life and I have money. I can fly out there.
Right.
And a couple of the times I signed up, it was at the end of a run I was doing with Uncle Laser, so I was kind of routed through there. It wasn't a special trip. But,
That's what I wondered. Like, were people taking special trips out there? Because that seems like a...
Cassio was out there because of a show. He was booked featuring for Laser at the Sunset Strip Comedy Club.
So Laser's probably helped Joe out on that as far as being able to get down there and have a reason to be down there and all
he
that.
said two or three of the signups I did were because, and I've only signed up 5 times. But,
and you've been on
once.
1 out of 5. That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean that tells you it's luck because Cassio is way funnier than me. Let me tell you something. Cassio's talking about moving to Austin. I'll tell you right now, if he moves to Austin within 2 months, he will be the next big thing.
You think so?
He's never been funnier in his life. He's never been funnier than he is right now. He went and watched shows all week, and he was like, "Dude, I would murder him."
Really?
Like, I'm so much better than.
Yep.
And I know it. He's got to do it. He can do it now because radio. I mean, I know you're not interested in this, but say you were passionate about comedy, you could do your show from living in Austin. You could do it. He's got the equipment to do it. He's done the morning show on the road with us a couple of times.
Yeah.
Jimbo, it's cool with it, and it's
so he wouldn't even have to quit his job.
no,
Just
and that's great because he can. That's insurance and all kinds of great stuff.
Yeah.
And man, we're putting a plan together. I'm trying to urge him to get out there.
Last time I saw Cassio, I thought this guy could be on Netflix and have good ratings by far, you know.
If he blows up before we ever get him on this podcast, I'm going to be pissed.
Dude, he's my meal ticket. I told him, I said, it's time to get on the Ozempic. It's time to get your life together because obviously he's at that age where this is going to be his last run, too.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be 65 years old and go, I'm going to go out there and go. I shouldn't be doing it, and I'm almost 50. Honestly, I'm very self-conscious about the age that I started this comedy thing. So I know with him, if he doesn't do it now, he's a guy that likes complacency, and he'll sit in Huntsville the rest of his life. And I'm like, buddy, I'm going to be your friend. Even if it makes you mad, I'm going to get you out there. I'm going to nonstop be in your ear. And at the end of it, I always throw in, because you're my meal ticket. And I'm sorry to use a food reference for Cassio, but I was like, you are my meal ticket. I started too late. I don't have anybody that looks out for my well-being like you. So you get out there, because I know he's going to be a household name. I'm telling y'all right now, listen to me. Cassio is going to be a household name. If he moves out there in the next 6 months, within 2 months, you'll be hearing about him everywhere. He'll be selling out places. And your boy's going to be right there for the ride.
I've always been a fan. I've always, Cassio back in the Rick and Bubba days. I always loved Cassio.
Yeah, that last time, dude, he totally dropped the hammer on it. I was laughing my ass off his last time.
He's funny.
I told him about tonight. He had just flown back in yesterday, and he's performing tonight at Levity, so he couldn't come do the pod. But I'm in his ear about coming up here. He's going to do it one day. It'll work out on timing wise. But
we just, it's rare that we've got 2 seats open. But even if Cassio finds himself in town, he can stop by anytime. We'll have him whenever.
Yeah, he's a great hang and always funny.
Yeah, and for him, because I think he's going to the same place that you think. I mean, even if it's not a day we have planned, but he's in town, you can let us know. We can arrange something.
Well, and our merch guy, Nick, the gun guy out of Tampa, runs around in some of the same circles that Cassio does with wrestling guys, with the wrestling people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they know some of the same people, and I don't think they know each other, but there's a connection there. So
he's doing pods every single night. I'm sure to do this show tonight, he had to record a pod early, but I don't know any of the guys he does the pods with.
Is it his, or is he doing other people's shows?
He's on the network of Conrad's network, adfreeshows.com.
Is it wrestling related?
Yeah, it's all, the whole network's wrestling related. Way back when, it's like the number one wrestling podcast in the world, and that's
really?
Conrad's. Yeah, he has on old wrestlers that talk about shit that happened in the old days. But that podcast idea stirred from his living room. I remember Cassio used to tell me he paid whatever wrestler, just some 80s wrestler was coming through town and agreed to come through for like $500 and sit in his living room and tell stories all night and drink beer with him.
Yep.
And dude, he was like, David, I'm in the bathroom right now. You're not going to believe the stories that are going on, dude. Andre the Giant called this black guy the N-word one time in a bar. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's crazy.
I would die to have a wrestler on this podcast. Because I'm a big wrestling guy.
Like current wrestlers? Because I don't know any of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously I don't know them, but I keep up with it enough to know who's who right now. My kid watches it. I watch it with him. It's not as good as it used to be, obviously, but
with all the production, it's not as good.
No, it's just the booking, the writing, the storytelling is just. I don't know. There's something off about it as of late, and you're never gonna match the era of Stone Cold and The Rock and all this.
I thought The Rock was back in doing stuff.
Yeah, he shows up for like one night and then disappears for 12 months.
So he's not under any kind of contract. He just does it for flair or something.
Yeah, he came in at one point. John Cena.
Because he turned heel, right?
Yeah, John Cena was the ultimate babyface. He was like the good guy of all good guys, and The Rock comes in for like a 2 or 3 week span, convinces John Cena to sell his soul or something weird that wasn't even spoken. Yeah, it wasn't even spoken about. It was just kind of you were guessing as to what was happening, and he turned John Cena into a bad guy. And then within like 2 months, John Cena's a good guy again, and nobody knew really what happened. And that goes to the storytelling. It just some of it doesn't make any sense.
Like the writers they hire.
Yeah.
They've gone through everything, though, to be honest with it.
Triple H runs all of that. And you would think Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
I do know that, oddly enough. I do know that Triple H runs the company.
Well, you would think them being from the Attitude Era, from the greatest point of wrestling history, that they would be able to put stories together, but it seems like they just can't. Maybe it's that Vince McMahon flair, and it's like, okay, yeah, he sexually essayed some people.
He shit on a girl, dude. Let's be clear here and not mince words. He shit on a chick.
But look,
literally, not just like talk bad to her. He took a dump on her.
Could you be like, please don't shit on anybody? Can you write us a storyline?
To me, I just can't imagine. I know if I watch pornography, how immediately sickened I am at the instantaneously at myself. I'm like, oh, this is horrific. Oh, gross. I'm such a monster. I can't imagine taking a dump on a chick and being like, okay, well, we're done now.
That really got
just
me going.
Toss him a towel. Like, what are you doing, dude? That's crazy.
You're gonna smear it in. A towel's not gonna help.
Yeah, what is his thinking in his head? That was part of the case, right? He defecated on a girl. Look it up, Captain. Just ruin your Google history.
Just type in "Did Vince
Tony
McMahon
Baloney, pull it up?
Did Vince McMahon poop on a girl?
Did Vince crap on a girl?
Yeah.
I know the answer is yes because I read the article. But
he did put crap.
That's not what you said.
Says according to a 2024 lawsuit filed by WWE former WWE employee Janelle Grant. She alleged that Vince McMahon defecated on her during a sexual encounter in 2020. Boy, COVID
Roll Tide on that. I don't know about that.
COVID was a weird year, man.
Oh, don't blame that shit on COVID. That's a 55-year-old sphincter trying to hold it in until he gets to the end of it.
Yeah, it probably was an accident.
I wonder if it was an accident or if he's like, she's like, I'm kinky as shit. And he's like, you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm about to paint a UPS truck right here.
It says the lawsuit, which contains detailed and graphic accusations of SA and S trafficking, claims that during a threesome, McMahon defecated on Miss Grant's head. He said defecated on her head and then instructed Miss Grant to remain in place with excrement in her hair and to continue performing for his friend for an hour and a half while he went to shower.
Okay, what was it? MFM threesome or FM?
I don't know. McMahon has denied all accusation made in the lawsuit, though. Through a spokesperson, he stated that the lawsuit is replete with lies, obscene made-up instances and that never occurred, and is a vindictive distortion of the truth.
Well, if you were going to make up something for a case, seems like you would do something different than making yourself look like you were picking feces out of your hair.
But think about just, I mean, I don't mean to make everybody imagine that scene, but you've got Vince McMahon. You got Vince McMahon. He's naked. All right, and then another
already a rough look, by the way. We're starting out with one of the roughest looks as you can imagine, dude.
Vince McMahon is naked. There's a former employee, or maybe she's an employee at the time.
No, she was
naked,
an employee at the time.
And she's got doo-doo on her head. And Vince McMahon says, I'm going to go shower. Don't move. And then he's the one that goes shower when she's covered in poo.
He ultimately fires her, and he had to, when he brought her into the office, he had to know in the back of his head, she knows something about me that's not going to be good. That had to be in his head.
Well, what
I'm not believing it. I'm sorry. I don't think that
it won't be long till we get the story about Sharon Moore pooping on an employee as well. The coach of Michigan. I mean, he's been doing some wild stuff. You've been keeping up with that, right?
No, I haven't. I don't keep up with it.
The head coach at Michigan, how he got fired and then went to jail.
No.
Okay,
dude,
so let me just. Everybody knows
all
the
your
story
listeners
except for
are
David.
like, this dipshit you have on here. It's like he lives in a cave.
I'm going to give you a cliff notes. So the head coach for the Michigan Wolverines, all right, ends up like he's banging a staffer. And rumors get back to the athletic department or the presidents or whatever, and they're investigating it, and they go to him, and they're like, hey, it really seems like you and this girl have a relationship. But keep in mind, he's married with 2 kids. They said, you're going to have to we're going to have to transfer her to a different position, or we're going to have to fire her. You make the call. Well, he said
they're going to let him make the call on firing somebody.
That's what it seems like what happened.
She's just a pawn. Well, no, she did spread.
Well, she's an adult. Yeah,
You're right. Go ahead.
So he says, well, let's just fire her. And I don't know if he's feeling the pressure and doesn't want his wife to find out, but from what was told, like, everybody knew about it. So
he
she
wasn't
gets fired.
Too good at hiding it. Right?
Yeah. So she gets fired, and the next day, I guess she marches up to the president's office and says, hey, I know you've been investigating this. Well, I've got all the evidence that you've been looking for. Lays it out on the table, text messages, encounters, all that kind of stuff.
Let's go.
So they then get put in a corner, and they have to fire the coach at this point.
She keeps her job?
No, I think they're both gone.
Yeah.
But then they fire the coach. Well, he goes home to his wife, and they get in a big fight. I'm assuming
why
it's
would
about
they
that.
get in a fight? These wives are so unreasonable.
They get in a fight. She's acting like a total bitch.
Yeah. You know women be crazy, honey.
He goes home, and they get in a big fight, and he says, I'm going to unalive myself.
All right.
So he leaves.
He should.
Goes to the affair girl's house, the staffer's house, and pulls out a knife, puts it up to her, and puts it up to himself. Says, "I'm going to unalive myself, but I'm going to unalive you first." And then something happens, and then he ends up leaving without harming anybody.
Because he's a pussy. Because he's a pussy. His parents raised an absolute twat of a man. Go ahead.
And so then he ends up leaving, but the cops have been called at this point. The cops find him at some church.
They always turn to Sky Daddy when this shit goes on.
No, he wasn't in church. He was just near a church.
Oh, of course, yeah. He's not allowed in them. He's sleeping with Stafford.
They arrest him, and so he's in jail. And they had on the news. They would live streamed his bond hearing. It was like $25,000 or something. They ended up letting him out or whatever. But after that, even more stuff started coming out to where during halftime of one of the games, he was DMing an OnlyFans model, offering her season tickets if she would, come do a little boop boop with him at some point.
Now, real quick, when he
There's
went
a bunch
to
more
one of the women's houses, I think he was going to unalive himself. Didn't he say, hey, I'm going to do it and make you watch or something like that?
Well, I thought It maybe. I thought he said he was gonna unalive her first and then unalive himself into like a murder-suicide
Yeah, I've heard both
deal.
stories, so I don't know which
Yeah,
one.
it could be.
Yeah.
But anyway, he did something he wasn't supposed to do. Like, you could have just taken the L, got the divorce, paid the child support, and found that you could be coaching in 3 years from now. You'd probably be back in coaching.
Yeah, and he already got 13 of the 30 million on his contract, so it wasn't like
Wasn't a loss.
Yeah.
Just walk away.
Couldn't
I mean,
do it.
being a bad coach at Auburn is a good. I mean, that's a pretty great career.
It's lucrative, yeah.
I tell you what, pussy can bring down anybody. You hear me? Jeff Bezos, it don't matter who you are. It don't matter what. It don't matter how bad that door's locked and you can't get in there. There's a woman that can get her way in there and she can bring down the whole company.
He would bring down the whole operation.
I'm telling you, I got a friend of mine that just got done paying child support on his kid from a crazy ex-wife.
How much is his child
Total
support?
was $117,000. And he's telling everybody about how this lawyer that's also a comic got him out of the continuing to pay it and even got money sent back to him, which is unheard of.
Oh, so he just paid one lump sum?
No. He's been paying it forever. The lawyer got it stopped. And so he's bragging about, this lawyer's great, man. Even before he brings him up on stage, will be like, he got my child support cut off and even got me money back. And I go up after him. I was like, you know what's crazy is this son of a bitch, this guy I know, this friend of mine, it's got horrible taste in women. He'll make that same mistake again. He'll just absolutely he'll bend a stripper over the back of an AC unit behind a club and get her pregnant and just start that whole payroll thing all over again. Dude.
Well, keep that lawyer in your contacts because when you find a good lawyer, like I remember when I was younger, we were all young and dumb, and we've probably all gotten behind the wheel after having some drinks.
Yeah,
which I did one time, and it was like 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, and I was on my way home, and I wasn't like out of my mind, but I was above the legal limit. And I'm fooling with my radio. I'm like a block from my house, 2 blocks from my house. Well, on the road I lived on, people, there were no real driveways, so people park on the side of the road, like right there on the white line. Well, it took a second to mess with my radio. I look up, and I've sideswiped one of these cars, and then I sideswipe another, and I'm trying to gain control, and I hit 2 more. I hit 4 cars total.
God dang it.
The fourth
I didn't
one,
know about that.
The fourth one
go.
spins me, and I end up running my truck into my neighbor's house. And listen.
How many babies were in the room that you ran over? It's like he's on a spree.
Those people come out and they're yelling at me and they're like, "We can smell it on your breath. You're drunk. And the cops are on the way." Blah blah blah. I've got a friend that needed a place to stay. He's living in a basement at the time. I mean, this is between 15 and 20 years ago, and he's a wild one. Like he's a firecracker. So he comes down there. He sees all the commotion. By the time the cops get there, he gets down there and starts getting up in the cop's face because he's trying to give me like breathalyzers and field sobriety. And he's like, "You can't arrest him." And he's just making it worse.
Yeah.
And so anyway, he ends up. I blow a .05. Because I went back, and I know this is going to sound stupid for everybody, but everybody's heard, like, you take a penny and put it in your mouth, that it can... I know.
Do not crank that back up for this generation. That was some BS that we got told. You also could die of quicksand, kids. You could die of quicksand. It's a legitimate concern.
But I did it, and there's no way I was a .05 at that point, but that's what it is. So... the cop didn't like it because .08 is the legal
I'd do
limit.
open heart surgery on somebody at .05 right now.
He then, listen.
Wouldn't you?
He gives, .05 is like 1 beer.
Yeah.
But anyway, he gives me field sobriety and has me walk the line and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, "Nah, you're going to jail." Then he puts me in the car and then hangs out with the neighbors for like another hour and a half, showing them police videos of people unaliving themselves and all kinds of stuff that I'm watching.
What city was this in?
This was I guess a Jefferson County cop. This was in Pinson. And so anyway, I go, they come a few hours later, my ex-wife and that firecracker of a roommate picks me up, and I hit up one of my buddies, and he's like, "Oh, you need to contact this lawyer right here." He was over in Homewood. So I reach out to him, and he's like, "So tell me what happened." I'm young and naive at that point, so I'm giving him a BS story. I'm like, "Well,
that's not what he's asking. He's
he goes, "Cut the shit. tell me what happened. So I tell him,
make this worse and make me look like an idiot.
he's like, all right. So I tell him, he's like, all right, give me a few days, I'll hit you back. And so he goes and he takes his investigative team down there. It's about $5,000 for this guy, just for a DUI case. He goes down there and he's all looking around and and then court comes up. We get to court and I'm sitting there and I'm like, Dad, I'm so screwed. I hit 4 cars in a house. I drove my truck into a house. And the judge calls my name. My lawyer walks up. He tells me to stay sitting down. He walks up there, whispers something to the district attorney. And the district attorney whispers something to the judge, and then lawyer walks back over to the door and waves me outside. He's like, come on. And I get out there. He's like, all right, they dropped the charges. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, they threw it out. They don't have enough to convict you. Apparently what had happened was that there was a bunch of things, but two
Did you run into
particular-
a child molester's house? And they were like, hey, they want to stay out of the public eye at all costs.
So when they gave me the field sobriety test, I was walking the white line on the side of the road. Well, apparently it was kind of at an angle. It was like concaved or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was wearing Crocs or something at the time, so I was doing it barefoot. And also they had me walking the line towards the squad car where the lights were still going. He said this cop was an absolute dumbass, and he did everything he wasn't supposed to do, so all of it was just invalid, and they just threw it out because they wouldn't have been able to even waste their time trying to convict me.
The DA threw it out.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I had a similar situation. I got charged with a DUI and got out of it. Oh. Man, I don't know if I can tell it.
I've never told that story that I just told. But.
Now, you told me about
I don't know what you're going to say, but don't say it.
No. You told me the second half of that story, but I never knew about the cars in the house.
Yeah, it's 4 cars.
That is aggressive as shit.
4 cars in a living room.
Sometimes you see, I mean, I've driven past a car that's crashed into a house, and I'm like, what kind of crazy shit happened there, you know? Yeah, everybody thinks that when they see it. It's like, God, I hope not. I can't imagine being in my living room. And sometimes you'll see houses right next to a curb. And like you can tell their dens right there. I'll be like, I wouldn't buy that house. Some of these DUI curbs you live on, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw a car in this house, and the back plate said "Hey Now" on it. I don't know.
No, here was the funny part is that somebody from the Trustful Tribune showed up, and this is like. They're nothing but like a little on-time.
What a nightmare.
They're an online outfit, and they've got a reporter down there, and they're reporting on this. And I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. Keep in mind, at the time, I'm doing that Captain Charisma chat room, pretending to be I'm a DJ thing. Well, my buddy who's down there, he's like, yeah, this is Captain Charisma. He's got a radio show on the internet.
Oh, just making you look like an imbecile.
And so they put the article out.
Put
they're
the
like,
shovel down, buddy, please.
They said Andrew McClain, also known as Captain Charisma, runs his damn car into a house.
They put Captain Charisma.
Hey, there's one way to make people forget about the 4 cars you swipe, and that's putting a car right in a living room, dude. People don't even talk about the 4 Benzes that you just scrape down the side of. There ain't no way there's 4 Benzes parked in Pinson, but still.
Oh, dude, it was bad. And I've had some crazy stuff happen to me that I've never talked about publicly that I probably will at some point.
Yeah.
But that's the first time I've told that story.
I on the way home from a gig, I usually would, like after a show in Gadsden, I would sober up. And so I would sober up at the bar next door after drinking a while. And then as I felt sober, around daylight, I would drive back. This night, for some reason, I don't even remember leaving. I just threw my drink in the trash and hit the road to go back to Trussville. 45-minute little jump. You think I could make it. I do not even remember leaving. But yeah, I wrecked my car and just luckily ejected myself into the woods. This is younger dumbass me, by the way.
Yeah.
Never do this now. And they found me. They were going to find a dead body. They found me in the woods. And they brought me out, and they took, of course, when you get a DUI and you have a wreck like that, you don't go to jail. They're taking you to the hospital, cutting all your clothes off of you, make sure you're alive. And they did that with me, cut one of my favorite damn Affliction shirts I had. I remember being torn up about that. I ended up going back and buying another one just like it. But I went to court, and God, I don't know if I can tell this story.
Just do it. Just do it.
Statute of limitations is probably gone, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so I go to court, and my lawyer's a friend of the family, so I'm getting a buddy deal. He shows up, his shirt's unbuttoned, not even, and I was like, "Hey, before we go in, you know, I'm got like eyeliner on my, you know, I look like a geisha doll myself, but I'm like, I don't need my lawyer to have his shirt unbuttoned because you're going to jail if that happens. You know, I gotta get." So he came in and he's like, they postponed, and he came up to me and he was like, "Here's some little news you'll find interesting. This officer that issued it to you, the state trooper, had to issue it to you. You understand, right, David?" I go, "Oh, of course." I was out of my mind. He goes, "He had to issue you a DUI. Also, fan of your band. Big fan of your band."
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Here's what I need to know from you. Would it be possible for you to get," we had like 6 CDs out at the time, or 5. And he goes, "Would it be possible to get all the CDs y'all have released and have them autographed?" And I was like, "What are you trying to do?" He goes, "Don't worry about what I'm doing. Can you get that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can get that." He goes, "You can get it before our next trial date in a month and a half." And I was like, "Yeah." And so I gave them to him. I drove up to his office one day and gave it to him. In court now, listen to me. In court, he shows up with them stapled in a folder. The autographed CDs. In court now, he hands it. I don't know. I mean, I watched the transaction. Everybody was kind of busy doing this and that. And he went up to the officer and gave him the signed CDs.
Wow.
Okay, so they postpone again. And I'm like, I don't know what's in play here. And I don't think I want to know. You know, this is going down a road that I'm like, I don't think I want to know what's going on. And they come back the next time. And the judge is like, "Okay, we got to make a decision on this. We've postponed this twice. Let's get this going. Where's his blood work?" And they were like, we didn't bring it." And they go, "We need a subpoena. We need his blood work." And so they subpoena my blood work. We postpone it another month. Come back the next month. We come back to court, and they are like, the lawyers, the DA's like, "Where is the blood work?" They're like, "We went to the hospital. It's gone. The blood work is gone."
Oh,
wow.
magic.
He knew a nurse.
Oh, damn.
And that's, by the way, in those situations, that is your only rock solid proof.
Right.
And it was, dude, I remember putting it all together as it's happening. I'm like, how would my blood work be gone? And I just kept sitting in the courtroom going, how did my blood work be gone? And I looked over at I just turned to my lawyer, and he goes, he just winks at me. He winks at me, and I was like, holy shit. My brain's like going crazy. I can't believe. I was like, if they can do this, they can definitely plant drugs on people. You know, that's what that's where my brain was going. I was like, I had this version of cops that, like, they're just people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But so cut to, we leave there, and they charged me with an improper lane usage, which it's like an entrance ramp is what I crashed in. I just fell asleep, and I drifted off the steel exit. Now you can drive by there. Every time I drive by it, I think about it. But I smacked into the entrance ramp hill.
Yeah.
It flipped my Forerunner in the air 2 or 3 times in the air, shot me out the side window into the woods, and it landed on all 4 wheels. Right on the entrance ramp. It's totaled, completely totaled, smashed, the roof smashed in, everything. It's totaled, but sitting like you pulled it up.
And you just parked it.
And you just parked it on the entrance ramp. And so they charged me with a $1,500 improper lane usage. And I was just like, it was when Lynham was making a lot of money. Yeah. And I was just like, here's the $1,500. And so all that happens, all that transpires. And I'm just walked away being like, you got to change your life. You're so lucky that this happened to you. This is this is a good old boy network type situation, but you're so lucky that this happened to you. Mm-hmm. And so cut to, I mean, it really did scare me. But cut to 10 years later, I'm cleaning out my basement, And I'm just going through boxes, and I find the ticket of the DUI.
Dang.
And I find I see it there, and I look down at the bottom, and I see the officer's name. And I think, oh, I've got a friend of mine that just retired from being a state trooper. I wonder if he knows this guy.
Should got him to sign the ticket for you.
Surely they know each other. So I reach out to my buddy, and I was like, hey, man, do you know of as an officer I'm not going to say his name for sure. I'm not going to say his name.
Right. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I know him. And I was like, he's like, before you start any shit, just so you know, this is a very, very good guy. Good friend of mine, great guy.
Yeah.
So if you're about to talk shit, I want to go ahead and let you know I'm going to defend him. He's a great guy. I go, oh, buddy.
You have no idea.
Let me tell you how good of a guy this guy is. And I went down the whole thing. I go, so I've got some money I would like to give him. And you don't even have to tell him what it's about. He'll know what it's about. Just say, hey, David wanted me to get you this as a thank you. I never did. You know, it's been.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I go, why? Because it's illegal? He goes, no. It's for sure illegal when you hand somebody money, for sure. No, I just know the guy. He would never take it.
Yeah.
He was a huge fan of your band. He did it because of that. By the way, David, he's not even a cop anymore. So it's not a thing that he wouldn't accept it anyway. And I was like, I mean, can I not just sit down with the guy? Can I not just pour my heart into his soul and be like,
right.
hey, man, I appreciate what you did.
You saved
for
my
me.
life.
You saved my life.
Yeah.
Not only did you save my life, you turned my life around from being such a lunatic on the road. And I never have. I've never been able to sit face to face with the guy, but I'm going to track him down one day. I'm going to take him to Ruth Chris. I got to do something.
I really want to hear this story end with you having him autograph the ticket as you autograph.
I don't think I still have it. I think I'll throw it away. Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, Captain Charisma, that name never had that kind of pull when I got my DUI.
It's one of the few times in life I go, maybe we are bigger than what I thought we were, because I've always thought we're just a local yokel band that people think have made it, but we never made it.
Yeah.
And so when that happened, I was like, damn, man, for somebody to step out and do something like that could cost them their livelihood.
Over autographed CDs.
It wasn't even just, no, that's not why he did it. That was just like something that he appreciated.
Yeah.
He just did it because I was who I was.
Because he was a fan.
He's never even talked
I
to me.
always viewed y'all as a big deal. I mean,
Well,
y'all.
I did after that. Trust me. In the months post that situation, I
Yeah.
was like, maybe you don't know who we are, buddy. I'm the drummer for Lionel.
trying to get your shit together, and you got a bigger head than ever.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's good
No,
stuff.
it didn't give me a big head. It really did put me in my place and make me feel lucky.
By the way, if you want to donate to the show in honor of us getting our life together over the past few years, OTL show.
I mean, I didn't run into a damn house. Let's not be crazy here. He's the monster. You know what I'm saying?
OTL show, Cash App and Venmo, because Andrew turned his life around and grew up and became a man. Trish actually put in the chat, she said, now y'all know why I drive him and drop him off at the podcast studio.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would trust him driving that lawnmower to do the leaves. And
I was getting a little frustrated. She
he's gonna
actually
put it in the porch. Sorry, honey, I crashed it.
She said that she posted on Facebook that I was singing so loud while I was mulching those leaves that the whole neighborhood could hear.
You're singing?
I was singing. I was just.
You
I
were
didn't know it was that
headphone
loud.
on, like,
yeah,
loud as you can
I had
sing.
my AirPods in. I didn't know I was singing that loud.
That's crazy.
So
I've
the whole
never sang.
neighborhood heard. I was singing. I was listening to Highly Suspect, one of my favorite bands. Love that band.
Highly Suspect is?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we had Johnny
Love.
in. You saw that episode?
No,
On X5?
y'all had him, the lead singer, in.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, it's a great episode, too. Let me
Is
tell
it?
you, I've watched a lot of his interviews. He's never, ever opened up like he did on ours. He was just, because I was preparing myself. They were like, hey, man, this guy, you got to do your homework on him. He is like temperamental. Can't be in there all, pull my finger. Bullshit with this guy. He's serious. And I went and did my research, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a tough interview. Not that it won't be interesting, but this will be tough.
Right.
And dude, he just came in, so I studied him in other interviews, and when he came in the studio, it was just 180 degrees. And ever since then, he's never been that guy. I've never seen him like he was on our podcast ever in any other interview.
Interesting.
So you got to watch it. It really is a great interview if you're a fan of that band.
Yeah, I still think Brett was the best interview, but I actually have one story I've never told you that I'll keep it short.
Oh, let's hear it. I gotta get
Where
some
do you think
whiskey
it's
for
going to
this
rank
one.
on piece of shit people? between me and
Yeah,
him.
1 out of 3.
No, I didn't do anything, but I was just there. Okay.
Okay, so he's the 3. I'm 1, you're 2, he's 3.
I've got other stories that I've told, but so I'm running a Papa John's, and one of my drivers comes back from a delivery one night and says, "Hey, all these guys are smoking out of the water pipe. After we close, we're invited to go over there." And I didn't even know. I just knew the address and what they ordered.
You call it a water pipe, you fucking nerd?
Well, I got to be careful. I don't know. You know my
bong?
business? Yeah, well,
A
bong.
water
Okay.
pipe. You like my dad? Were you smoking the marijuanas tonight in the water pipe?
Okay, so they're hitting
He
the
had his
bong.
shit together way before we did, okay?
No kidding.
I've had to change my terminology because I can't use terms. But anyway, so we go over to this place, and I'm like, oh, these people, and they guy playing the guitar and stuff, and I play a little bit, and we start smoking and stuff. And next thing you know, we hear this knocking outside. It was an apartment building, okay? We hear this hard knocking. Like, we're like, what the fuck? So we go to the back room. We're freaking out, and then we hear, "Open up, police!" And it sounded like it was the door at the place we were at. So we were freaking out, and I didn't even know these people. We had just
You're like, I knew I should. My instinct was to not
so
come to this stupid.
yeah. So it's just getting started. So we're sitting in there, and we're looking at each other. And everybody's like shaking and shit. And then we hear the door break in next door. It was the apartment right next to us, and we hear, "Get on the ground!" The whole thing.
Yeah.
We look outside. There's like all these lights and shit. Probably like 15 cop cars and stuff. Turns out the guy that was in the apartment right next door had been wanted for murder, and they had tracked him down to the apartment right next to the one that we were sitting and smoking out of.
And the whole block smelling like weed.
Oh, yeah, there was all this commotion, and we had to stay in there the whole time because we were afraid to go outside.
Is this in Florida?
No, this is in Belleville, Illinois at the time. Mm-hmm. I just thought of that story. I've never told Andrew that, but yeah, that was a freaky night, man.
Yeah, I'd shit my pants. That'd be like Vince McMahon. I'd shit on whoever's in the room with me.
My mom was getting real sick at the time, like getting ready to die, and I'm like, great, I'm going to jail over some weed. I just,
Yeah.
like that. I thought it was us getting busted. It was crazy, dude.
Check out this. This was given to who gave us this again?
That would be Tommy Mitchell.
Tommy, one of our subscribers. That's a Blanton single barrel. That's good stuff.
Blanton is expensive ass whiskey.
Yeah, I'm getting thirsty.
You owe him a hand job.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you this. You're going to have to pay the piper one day. Dude, we were watching Black Hawk Down last night.
You want some of this?
Yeah, I'll take some.
We were watching Black Hawk Down last night. They're about to take it off of Netflix.
The documentary or the movie?
The movie.
Okay.
No, not Black Hawk Down. Zero Dark 30. The movie about it.
Yeah.
About killing bin Laden. And, dude, I was sitting there watching. I was watching with my wife, and we were watching them fly into Pakistan. Is that where they flew into?
Somalia?
No, it's Pakistan.
Was it?
Yeah, that's where they.
That's where.
Yeah, I think.
So
that's where
as soon as they
started.
got into Pakistan airspace, they announce it on the movie, and I'm like, oh wow! And my wife started laughing. She's like, "You could never do this job." And I thought, of course, she meant you could never be a what are they called?
A pilot?
No, the SEAL Team 6.
Oh.
What are they called though? The
Dang.
Green Berets?
No, they're not Green Beret.
I mean, not Green Beret.
What is?
Our video just froze up.
Uh-oh. Hang tight.
What do you want me to do?
We still got audio? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, just let it sit for a second.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead. We're listening.
SEAL Team 6. What is? What are they? They're called something. What is the word I'm looking for?
I have no idea.
Anyway,
It's
my wife was
stuck.
like,
Go ahead. We're listening.
yeah.
Just keep going.
My wife was like, you could never do this. And I was like, what? I assumed she meant because all the rigorous training that they go through to become a Navy SEAL. That's the name of it.
Okay,
Navy SEAL.
Navy SEAL.
Jesus, guys, I couldn't move forward with the story until I got it. You could never be a Navy SEAL is what I thought she meant. But she was like, no, you could never ride on a helicopter to go kill bin Laden because you would have to take a shit as soon as you got into Pakistani
That's a good
airspace.
point.
That way you can't. I was like, that's true. I could see me being like, fellas, I know this is a very important mission. Do you mind touching down real quick? I got to drop a deuce. Surely there's a 7-Eleven below us. This is where they all come from.
Oh, man. Well, all right. Here's what we'll do. We got to come up with a plan. We're frozen. Let me see if we're frozen on the other sides. I assume we are because it seems to be.
Is that a switcher doing that? Probably.
I unplugged it, plugged it back in, and it still froze.
And look, this is the
Streamlabs.
picture that it shows. It froze up.
Yeah. It's a good-looking guy.
It's software Streamlabs.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So, what we'll do is see if it takes you to black screen. Take us to black screen and then back to main cam. Still the same?
Yep.
Look at that. Dang.
Because it's the software, not the cameras.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and we'll kind of, because I'm going to have to piece it together as separate episodes. So we'll go ahead and wrap this one up, and then we'll have another one when we get back on the other side. Everybody that's joining us, join us back here in a moment. Until then, see you, cuz.